Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, wife of the man who was killed in the explosion at Amanfrom, Isabel of Kaswa, is devastated and worries she will struggle financially after the loss. Faustina Vugbedo's husband and another man who's yet to be identified died in the explosion which happened at old gas cylinders were being worked on at an auto shop. One other person was seriously injured. Derek Ekosam has more in the following report.
Eyewitnesses say the explosion occurred when naked sparks from a grinding stone being used by welders at the shop came into contact with gas stored in cylinders at the shop. The accident is said to have been the third at the shop this year, though the previous explosions were not fatal.
I was in a shop with a brother when we heard explosion, a very loud explosion, and the shop was very close to where I was. So when we heard the explosion, we got closer, and we got to find out that there was explosion of a cylinder explosion. So there were 3 guys in there working, and 2 of them died, and 1 got very serious injury.
And you also have no idea what exactly caused the explosion?
What caused the explosion was that they were rubbing a certain number on the cylinder, and they were using a grinding machine. So a grinding machine also generates heat. So once it is a gas, and gas also doesn't go with heat, so definitely it will explode.
A visibly shaken Faustina Vugbedo, wife of 40-year-old Doji Ajia, one of the victims of the explosion, recounts her last moments with her late husband.
Oh, me no pay or clam so quick, man, or yeah, where they may be next level.
We ate breakfast together this morning, after which he told me he was going to the shop for his daily work. I heard the explosion while taking a nap, but I didn't budge because I thought it was a transformer close by.
My said transformer neighbor to me cry, my mahu. Tiana me bet me koya, Nimpo Banishanam, me kuna dawi, na baby senyon.
I later rushed to the scene, only to find my husband lying dead, with his intestines gushing out.
The
bodies of the deceased are said to have been taken to the police hospital morgue. Meanwhile, the scene of the accident was yet to be cordoned off, as at the time the news team was leaving, though officials of the National Disaster Management Organization and some police personnel had been there.
Now, let's speak to my colleague on this beat, Derek Ekosam, who is standing by at the scene and reports residents are still in the state of shock, while others are trooping to the accident scene to take a glimpse at, human parts abandoned there. Hello, Derek.
Good morning.
What more can you tell us being there? It's really scary to hear that some human parts are still, lying there on the floor of the accident.
Well, Camille, let me say that it's not been a pleasant experience, especially for people who live very close to the place. They tell me they were there when the accident happened yesterday. They saw the people as they died, and 2 people died as a result of the accident, and they are also friends of the residents who live around. We reported that one Doji Ajia was a victim, and the other person I understand is also called Kofi, who is a master apprentice of that particular auto body works shop. Apparently yesterday, he was called in by his boss to take over the place while the boss went on another assignment. And so the effects of the explosion actually shattered the window of a nearby building. I've been speaking to the residents who tell me that they are still in a state of shock, because anytime they come out of their places, the first thing they see is the accident scene. And so what they want the Ghana Police Service to do right now is that they want the place to be cordoned off, because a lot of people are trooping in, especially people who are hearing about the accident for the first time. They all want to know what exactly caused the accident. And they are all trooping in one by one. A leg of one of the deceased has also been found just within the vicinity. And so people are also trooping into that side of the place as well to see what is going on. I'm trying to get through to the Greater District Command. I understand that the cylinders that were here yesterday have been taken to the Regional Police Command. I'm trying to get through to Superintendent Tribe was trying to tell us what exactly is going on, to ask him whether or not they have also started investigations into the cause of the accident. But from where I am now, I understand that the residents are in a state of shock.
Well, Derek, we also know that one person who unfortunately didn't die was admitted at a hospital in the neighborhood of the accident scene. Now, what do we know about what's happened to this person?
I'm here to verify, but I also understand that the person also got injured and sustained some forms of injury as a result of the accident. He's been sent to the hospital. But which hospital exactly, they are yet to tell me. They are tight-lipped on a number of things here. They don't want to be the cause of, as it were, to give out the information. And so I'm actually still nosing around to get as much information as I can get. But as I said earlier, the other person has been identified as Kofi, who is also a junior apprentice to the welding shop that was the scene of the accident yesterday.
Now, what have some of the residents been telling you about this accident, you know, how it occurred and how they feel about it?
Well, they tell me yesterday it's a place where you cylinders are actually welded into place, and so if your cylinder is faulty, even if there's a leakage, they have a way of actually making sure that it is fitted back into shape for reuse. And so around 1 p.m. yesterday, they were there, and then all they heard was an explosion. The place was up in smoke. The area around the place became black, and then it was after the smoke had gone down that they realized that 2 people were lying down unconscious. They went to them, realized that they had actually, the body parts were mutilated. They had actually been taken around.
Derek, we'll leave our conversation here. Thank you very much. Derek Ekosam joined us from Kaswa, where residents there are still in a state of shock following a gas explosion that killed 2 persons in that area. Well, the police is yet to cordon off the area and clean up the accident scene. Now, let's talk about, let's stay within the Accra Metropolitan Assembly and talk about some demolition exercise this time. It happened somewhere at Aigbe town, and the AMA is stopping at nothing in its quest to rid the city of illegal structures. The Assembly on Tuesday pulled down hundreds of structures sited under high-tension cables in Aigbe town. Ridwan Karim Dini Osman has more in the following report.
Some Aigbe town residents looked on helplessly as the bulldozer destroyed what was one of their places of abode. Others struggled to salvage what they could from the debris. Hundreds were left homeless in the exercise supervised by city authorities and armed police. According to residents, the demolition was carried out after the expiration of a 14-day notice issued by the AMA. The structures destroyed were mostly wooden shacks situated near or directly below high-tension transmission cables and poles. Those affected said the notice by the AMA was not done with a human face.
When I reached work, I saw my phone is ring. I picked my call. He said, this thing, bulldozer and this thing, scatter my kiosk. I don't have any money to buy anything. That is the police there. This money, this beat my only mother. He beat my only mother too because of kiosk.
We can't destroy. We are not animals. We are not animals. We are all human beings. We are all Ghanaians. Some of the Liberians, the refugees, they come, they find a place for them to sleep. What about we Ghanaians?
Some residents are also demanding compensation for their property destroyed.
For now, nobody have money. We don't have money to go and rent, a house somewhere or to go and buy a house somewhere. We don't have money, so we don't know what to.
Okay, if I have money, I'll go my hometown. I don't have money to go. I don't have money to go now, right now. Why? She says that you can't write the name to give him money to go my hunter, but up to now you not give it 10 pesos. You not give it. This money I go worker. People come here to scatter all these things. See here. Nobody see these children. 2 days old. This children 2 days. How come?
A resident who couldn't hide her anger demanded answers from authorities.
Under government land? If it's government land, who are the government? Me and you, we are government. We are government.
So what do you intend to do now?
Why you take my land and give it to who? Who will be here? We are going to be here because the land belongs to us. We are not refugees. Even in Syria, where they had problems, they gave them land outside. And they went into a certain country, the nearest distance, they gave them Tapolin and this. My own land, my own country, I become, even you are not providing. You have money. You have money to buy diesel, to fuel cars, to come and break down poor people. You don't have money to pay doctors. You don't have money to pay nurses. The psychiatric ward, the mad people are in town. They are in town. You see, there are serious matters that the government or AMA should think of, not this.
The AMA's decongestion exercise has already dealt with areas around Graphic Road, Aveno, Circle, Kukumlimli and Old Fadama. Redwan Karim Dini Osman, Joy News, Accra.